Okay, so omega-3. Studies have shown that omega-3 supplementation improved symptoms of depression in adults, and it was beneficial for pregnant and postpartum women. Our bodies cannot make omega fatty acids. Therefore, incorporating them in our supplements and diets is essential. Most diets contain excessive omega-6, and those are obtained from poultry, eggs, vegetable oils, and grains, and not enough omega-3. So therefore, you need to increase your omega-3 either in foods or in supplements. So the food sources include avocados, extra virgin olive oil, and I must stress, when you're purchasing extra virgin olive oil, on the bottle, it must say extra virgin, because if it doesn't say extra virgin, then that means it's been heat extracted, and we do not want that. Heat extracted, again, it oxidizes, so just make sure it says extra virgin, and normally they're in a dark bottle. You want to keep it dark because it is light sensitive. Okay, so the next one is extra virgin coconut oil, one of my favorite. When you're purchasing that, it's solidified. That means when you open the container, it's solid. It's not the liquid type. And extra virgin olive oil, okay, has antimicrobial properties. So that means that every time you eat it, it actually kills bad bacteria in your stomach. So I usually recommend a teaspoon or 2 teaspoons a day, which is phenomenal. Okay, but again, make sure it says virgin or raw on the bottle, because if it does not, you do not want that one. Okay, so next, beans, walnuts. Walnuts are very high in vitamin E, but again, raw, unsalted. Then you want broccoli, cantaloupes, chia seeds, hemp seeds, and flaxseed oil. Now, I just wanted to point out, with the broccoli, as a nutritionist, I preach this, I'd like you to steam it just slightly, because eating raw is very, very hectic on the system. It's very hard for your digestive enzymes to break that down. So if you slightly steam them or broil them, however way you want, is even better. So just when you're choosing an omega-3, I always recommend on the bottle, it'll say EPA, DHA, a ratio of 2 to 1. So on the bottle, if it says 600 EPA, then it has to be a 300 DHA. So if you're picking up a bottle and it says, let's say, for instance, 600 EPA and 100 DHA, you do not want that. You want to put that back. You want a 2 to 1 ratio for it to be most effective. Okay, magnesium. A low level of magnesium is usually associated with various symptoms of depression. So signs of deficiency are fatigue, irritability, insomnia, poor memory, muscle tremors, twitching, and cramping. Now, magnesium is a natural relaxant and tranquilizer. It relaxes your skeletal muscles and is necessary for good cardiovascular health. Now, there are several types of magnesium. If you're finding that you're having a hard time going to the bathroom, then magnesium citrate and magnesium oxide are amazing for constipation. So one of my favorite would be magnesium glycinate for, let's say you have restless leg syndrome at night. It works phenomenal, and any type of twitching and cramping. And my usually dosage that I recommend is usually about 300 milligrams when you go to bed. So the food sources now, they include dark green vegetables, nuts, seeds, and legumes. And again, I'm going to stress raw, unsalted for the nuts and the seeds, whole grains, and dark chocolate. Keep in mind, please, that the dark chocolate must be at least 70% cocoa or higher. So you get your 70, it can go up to actually 100% cocoa. You do not want your Twix, your M&Ms, or any sugary type of chocolate that does not contain magnesium. So stick with 70% and higher. Okay, probiotics. So those experiencing stress and symptoms of depression often turn to processed, comfort, or high sugar foods like ice cream, coffee, chips, chocolate, etc. Stress can suppress beneficial gut bacteria, and these processed foods can further destroy good gut bacteria and increase bad bacteria. Serotonin is a mood stabilizer and is produced by good gut bacteria. When there is an abundance of bad gut bacteria, this imbalance can contribute to mood issues. Therefore, we need to have sufficient healthy gut bacteria to produce serotonin. And as we know, around the holidays, An abundance of unhealthy bacteria is usually seen. So keeping up a healthy gut is very crucial. Supplementation is a great way to improve gut health. Probiotic supplements are considered live, active bacteria and are found in the refrigerated section of a health food store. There are also supplementation that do not need refrigeration as well, but I prefer the ones that are refrigerated. So at home, the refrigerated ones must be kept in the fridge at all times to keep the live bacteria to remain active. A supplementation that contains 20 to 50 billion active cells is generally a sufficient daily dose. Those who have been treated with antibiotics should increase this amount. So antibiotics, they kill off friendly bacteria and produce more bacteria. So I would recommend you go to a higher amount for at least a month until the good flora bacteria gets settled back into your stomach. Okay, and the food sources include kefir, which tastes like a liquid yogurt, and it's much easier to digest than yogurt. Live cultural active bacteria yogurt, and that it must be said on the container. So if you're looking at a yogurt and it just says bacteria or active bacteria, you do not want that. It must say live active bacteria on the yogurt. Okay, kimchi, which is a salted and fermented veggies. Kombucha, which is a fermented fruit juice. Sprouted grains, and alfalfa sprouts. So these foods are especially beneficial for vegans and vegetarians because most probiotics contain whey protein. But if you go to a health store, you may find some that are not made with whey protein. But if you want to incorporate them with food, it's just as good.